What's going on, guys? It's your boy. I'm just dropping this excerpt quickly at the beginning of the video before it starts just to tell you guys, make sure you stay to the end, or if you're not going to stay to the end, at least skip to the end where you can see the tips that I'm giving you guys used in action. There's a perfect example at the end, and I talk about it where if you didn't use these tips, you wouldn't be able to pull off what I do. So I just want you guys to see it in action. I think it's really important to help you guys learn it. So make sure you guys stick around to the end, and we're going to jump into this video, man. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Aus bringing you guys another video. Today I'm bringing you guys a video that several of you guys have been asking me about. All the time in the streams I get asked, how do I run with my quarterback, what buttons do I press, stuff like that. So I'm just going to basically be giving you guys the basics and then a little bit more advanced stuff about how to run with your quarterback. So first and foremost, I'm just going to go through like the buttons. So a lot of people, when they drop back and they want to run, right, they just hold the sprint button and they just hold it. And they run, which, yeah, it works. Now I'm going to show you guys something in the replay really quickly, because that's not the way that I do it. So watch here. When I hold the sprint button, watch this little hitch that he does. You see that little two-step hitch? That's me holding the RT the whole time. 1, 2, and then he starts running. It's like a double gallop. It's pretty clear as day that you see it happening. 1, 2. Okay? Now, here's the way that I do it and the way that I was taught to do it. So it's just tap RT. And he starts running. And he's in and then you can do whatever you want. You have full control. If you want to get out of this mode, you tap RT again and you're back in a regular throw. So I tap RT and I'm out. And now you can obviously throw while you're still in this mode too, but essentially that's it. So I'm going to show you guys in the replay on that. So it kind of cuts out that two-person gallop, that like two-step gallop that he does. He just goes. So he just goes right from here. So I'm dropping back, and then I just go. And I'll show you it again. And you have full control over him when you do this. So stop my drop back, and I just run. And something about this is, so when you're like this, you have full control. You can cut, you can maneuver. It's like really easy. Like you have full control over them. Now I'm going to show you guys when you hold sprint that it kind of affects the way you can control them as well. So if I'm holding sprint, you can't really cut nearly as well. Like I'm having to really circle the controller and it's not nearly as clean. So you see how much cleaner this is? I can like really do like a full circle. Now I can try this. Now if I'm holding sprint, if I try a full circle like that, I just keep cutting. So essentially a lot of the problems that people do is they hold that sprint button instead of just tapping it to go into like rollout mode. It's essentially called like a rollout mode. And when you're in that rollout mode, you can really do whatever you want and it makes it a lot cleaner. So like say you're stepping up in the pocket and you just take off. And I just tapped RT right there. And now I'm gonna go into like getting down. So when you're behind the behind the line of scrimmage, the way that you have to fall is both triggers and the stick. So you have to use the sticks and the triggers. And then when you cross the line of scrimmage, it's both triggers and X or square if you're on PS4. So I don't know why they made us to the button switch. I don't know why it can't be just both sticks no matter where you are on the field. But I'll show you guys that it doesn't work with the sticks when you cross the line of scrimmage. Not letting me fall. So I don't know why it's like that, but just so you guys know, the buttons behind the line of scrimmage and the buttons after, and the holding RT. So now I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to go into detail about how to find gaps in the defense on where you can run and where you can't. So let's cut right here. Okay guys, we're back. So I'm going to show you guys now where you guys can find gaps to run with your quarterback now that you guys know how to do it. So now, if they have a spread line like this and they're crashing out, the gap's probably going to be like up the middle. So you can see, tap RT, you get out of there. And something with the disengages I want to mention is disengages happen less when you tap the RT as opposed to holding it. It takes away that gallop step as well as it doesn't trigger them to disengage as much. So something that you guys want to mention, I might want to mention with the pressing RT instead of holding it, and you guys probably would want to do it. Show you guys again, up the middle, take your gap, RT, and get through. So something that you can do is if you know you want to run and you see the gap that you want to hit and you don't need as much control, is you could tap RT and then hold it. something I do sometimes. So I tap it here to trigger, and then I take off and hold it. Something that you can do, but as I said before, it might trigger a disengage if you're not through the gap yet. So just keep that in mind. Now, if they're doing something like this, where they're pinching their line and they're crashing it down, the gap might change, and you might want to run like outside. So like outside left seems to be the move here. Now I didn't get away because he block shed, but there wasn't really much of a gap there. So we'll try this one more time. And I'm just gonna block the tight end, just to show you guys the gap will probably be outside. So if I block the tight end, you see this outside gap, you press RT. I see my hole. You can hold RT right there, get out. So there isn't always a gap to run if you don't get good blocking. So I won't block the tight end here. And I'll try to get edge for you guys again, because you're not going to be able to run up the middle most likely. And we do get it right here, and I see my gap, and then I hold RT and I'm out. So tap RT to trigger it, and then if you see your gap and you know you can get away without a disengage, then you can hold RT. Just don't hold it right away. You got to tap it first. So now I showed you guys a little bit of block shed defense. I'm going to cut here again, and we'll jump into 3-3-5 odd and show you guys some middle looping pressure that you guys can run around, and then maybe some edge pressure that we can hit after that. So, okay, sorry guys, I had to cut real quick. Now, this isn't the best crossfire, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to show you guys how you can run with your quarterback, not how to pick up this blitz. So I'm just setting it up so that it has the same exact pressure where it loops from left to right, and you'll have that gap from the left guard to left tackle. As far as picking it up, that's something different, and it's for a whole different video. But I'm just going to show you guys how you guys can run against it when you do pick it up. So you pick it up, you get this left gap, and you go. I'll show you guys one last time. Pick it up, get that left gap, press RT, and get out. So essentially, the most important thing that we've shown now is just making sure you press RT, don't hold it at first, and once you see your gap, you can hold RT if you really want to run, and just finding out where they're sending pressure from and running away from it. So if they're doing edge pressure, you're probably going to have a gap up the middle. If they're doing inside pressure with like a crash down, you're probably going to have outside gap. If they're sending pressure from left to right with a loop, you're probably going to have a gap open on the left. If they send a loop from the right to the left, then you're probably going to have a gap on the right. So it's just stuff like that. And I'm going to cut one last time, and we'll jump into some edge pressure, and then we'll just end it right there. Okay, guys, we're back. I'm just going to run DB fire. As you can see, it's just spread line and crash up. Nothing special. And I'm going to show you guys where the gaps are going to open up with this type of pressure. So it's not straight up the middle like it was with nickel normal between like the two DTs, since it's like a 3-down set, but it's going to be through like the left or the right side, depending on how they crash. So if they crash in right straight up, it could be the left or the right. But it's going to be like in between that left guard and that, in between that DT and that left end. Maybe if they're crashing the other way, so they crash to the right instead of crashing up, it creates a gap on the right side. And if they crash left, it might probably be a similar gap on the left. So really, it's just seeing where they're sending it from the edge, from the middle. And you see right there, that was perfect. It's a perfect scenario. I hope everybody stuck around for the whole video to see this. If I'm holding RT right here, there's no way that I can that you can maneuver like this without pressing RT instead of holding it. So I think the gap's on the left, and I try to take it. I see the guy block shedding, and I'm able to maneuver to the right. I promise you guys, you can't make this cut if you're holding RT. There's no way that you can do that. I'm telling you guys that right now. And the guy with the DT would probably disengage. So I'm actually probably going to put a clip at the beginning to tell you guys to make sure you stay to the end, or at least skip to the end so that you guys can see this, just to see the whole point of the video. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys will use this in your gameplay to help you guys be better quarterbacks and better at scrambling. But if you give me 100 likes in this video, I'll give you guys another tip just to help you guys offensively, just to be better players. And like, comment, subscribe with any concerns or questions, and take it easy, man. Peace.